Hi, everybody. Welcome to ASIS TV with your host, Chuck Harold of Security Guy Radio and SecurityGuideTV.com. We're talking with Bill French today. He's a lecturer at GSX in September. And we're going to talk about the Internet of Recognition. Now, you've heard about the Internet of Things, but this is far more interesting in one way. So welcome to the show, Bill.
Well, thanks, Chuck. It's good to be here today.
Now, let's define the Internet of Recognition first for our viewers, and then give us a quick thumbnail of your lecture.
Yeah, so the concept of the Internet of Recognition is a case where we've suddenly become intelligent enough in computing circles to understand what we're seeing through cameras. And so IOR, as I call it, Internet of Recognition, is all about using video cameras and vision tools to actually see things that we find difficult to see, as humans. So, for example, a security center has people looking at monitors constantly, but that doesn't scale very well. And so IOR technologies give us the capacity to actually transform, how we utilize video to see things and to recognize things. If you sit in front of a video monitor long enough looking at people, trying to suss out, who is a nefarious actor, for example, it becomes very apparent very quickly that you're going to miss something. And machines don't necessarily have to miss things. So IOR is all about leveraging these technologies so that we can scale them, that we can create solutions that don't miss anything and give us the alerts and the measures that we need.
Well, you're preaching to the choir on this one. I, for years, was in charge of massive camera systems of 200, 300 cameras. And I used to tell the people doing the design, you're wasting your money. I can't put a guard there for 4 hours watching a camera. Their eyes roll back in their head. They're not going to see anything. It's really useless. I don't need a camera to tell me, oh, look, my laptop's stolen, because I don't have it. I know it's stolen, right? But this is a game changer with the Internet of Recognition because the software does not miss things. And we're really getting to the point where it's that good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And, we're not dealing with just a few cameras now. Camera costs have plummeted. The ability to connect them over wireless networks from any position, any angle, it's vastly improved, which means not only do we have a lot of cameras to look at, we have a lot of footage and a lot of angles and a lot of perspectives. And that's not going to stop. It's not uncommon to see climates now in the public sector and the private sector where dozens of cameras are looking at the same fundamental area. You walk into any Walmart parking lot and look up, you'll see 12, 15, 20 cameras just looking at the parking lot. What kind of a staff is necessary to monitor that information? And the answer is zero. You need zero staff to do that. You must use machines to do it.
So, Bill, have we reached the point with technology where my favorite show, Person of Interest, is a reality? We're almost there, aren't we?
Yeah, we are almost there. We're on the doorstep of the Person of Interest television show. Partly because, we want to be here. We know that machines can deliver a better life for us. We know that machine vision and deep learning and artificial intelligence do, in fact, provide a better life. We obviously can make mistakes concerning that. And when we look at the concept of cameras seeing us and seeing the unseen and finding the unfindable, that concept kind of plays into our sense of creepiness. We're a little bit put off by that because we're being watched all the time. Any given person in New York City during a day is recorded roughly 250 times, depending on where they go and where they walk. That is not going to change. That is only going to increase. And in fact, as a globe, we're on a quest to record everything. We record everything, and that is not going to stop either. We're simply going to do it more because cameras now, they exist on small drones the size of your pinky. all the way up to light poles everywhere and everywhere you look. So this is not ending. This is only going to become increasingly visual in terms of the analytics that we need in order to create a safer society.
Well, it's interesting. 85% of what the human brain learns is visual, so it makes sense that we're going to use this technology. I read an interesting statistic a couple years ago that I think it was 2015 was the first year that digital cameras outsold analog cameras. The first year. You would have thought digital cameras outsold 10 years ago, but so this is really new stuff. We think, oh yeah, this is all, you know, same old, same old. We're on really at the beginning of all these things. And I think there's some profound potential impacts to society that we haven't really thought through. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know, some of the things we think of the Internet of Things and how big it is, and it's huge. You know, we're going to see 250 billion things online by 2022. And when we speak about those kinds of numbers in terms of devices that are intelligent, they're intelligent to a point. But what we've now learned is that machine vision and deep learning behind that vision gives us the ability to develop very clear context or understanding of an environment. A good example is, you know, people ask me, well, IoT can do everything that IOR can do. My assertion is that it cannot. A perfect example is a device sitting on a large compressor running in a manufacturing plant intended to measure heat. When that machine catches fire, that device is going to melt. It's not going to give you any more data. However, a camera that is able to see through smoke is going to be able to tell the fire department exactly what color the flames are that are coming off of that device. That is the concept behind IOR and why it is vastly larger and vastly more capable than IoT. Now, it doesn't mean that IoT is going to go away. And in fact, to the contrary, IoT and IOR are going to work very close together, hand in hand, to develop knowledge and understanding of devices, places, things, people, all contexts that we can imagine within life.
Now, I also read something interesting. I think it was last year or the year before, that the total capacity of the internet just reached the total capacity of one human brain. One. Not a couple million human brains, right? So the potential for this to grow and expand is just amazing. Now, here's my question. Storage. Where are we going to put all this stuff? We're going to need data centers the size of Arizona. I mean, where are we with that? I mean, this is a great solution, but we got about a minute left. Let's wrap it up. But give me some ideas on where we're going to put all this recognition.
Well, you know, it's a great question because, you know, when you think about it, my dad always used to say, hey, you can't have everything. Where would you put it? Right?
That's right.
And so video kind of is, video's in the same kind of category because video is large and dense, very broad pieces of data. However, we keep creating better compression. You know, some of the compressions beyond H.2.64, those compression levels are vastly better than what we're doing. Now, in addition to that, we keep figuring out how to put a lot more information in a lot smaller space. I'm not an expert in storage, but I know that we're going to find the room for it. But more specifically, I think the answer is not necessarily to record everything, but to analyze everything.
Well, Bill French, thanks for coming on ASIS TV and talking about the Internet of Things. Bill French, the inventor of LapLink, for all you people that might know what that is. Very impressive. Bill, please stop by the ASIS Hub and say hi, and let's do another interview. This is fascinating stuff. Thanks for coming on ASIS TV.
You bet. Have a good day, Chuck.